Hello and welcome back. My name is Ryan Immel.
My name is Andrew Vandenberg. We are realtors with the Immel team at Pacific Sotheby's International Realty. We're based in sunny, beautiful Dana Point, California.
We wanted to answer some questions that we've been receiving from friends, family, and clients. The focus of today's video is for first-time home buyers. Our goal is to inform and guide everyone, whether you're just starting to think about purchasing, or you're ready to take action, or you're just planning for the future. Real estate is a lot like the alphabet. Whether you're beginning on letter A or you're pretty experienced and you're on letter M, we're here to correctly guide you from A to Z.
This matters for your financial future, and we want to make sure you're thinking in decades, not days. We firsthand know the opportunities and success that can come from investing in real estate, doing it right versus doing it wrong. We want to make sure our friends are taking full advantage.
The first topic we're going to touch on is 3% down. Andrew and I get a lot of questions from our friends who are soon to be first-time home buyers. Home ownership has always been a part of the American dream. That American dream can probably be achieved a lot sooner than you may think. When you're a first-time home buyer, you're allowed to put only 3% down of the home's purchase price to qualify for your loan. If you compare this to the industry standard of 10 to 20% for everyone else, this is a screaming deal. So, start saving, start building your credit, and most importantly, plan in decades, not days.
Second thing we wanted to touch on is the low rates. Buying a home with a mortgage is probably one of the largest and important financial transactions you will ever enter into. Now, you've probably heard this expression a lot from other realtors and maybe on the news. We're in a time of historically low rates. Now, what does that mean? To put it simply, they're talking about home mortgage rates and how affordable they are right now. As you pay back a portion of your mortgage each month, you pay an interest on that monthly payment. Since the interest rates are such historic lows, you're saving thousands and thousands of dollars year over year. This gives you more financial freedom, allowing you to invest more into more attractive properties. Now, the length of or life of your loan factors into how much you pay each month, but it's different for everybody. First-time home buyers, this should be music to your ears.
Third, let's talk about equity. For those who don't know what equity is, it's the value and percent of ownership that you have in something. As you pay off your mortgage loan monthly and reduce the amount you owe, you're building equity into this home. In layman's terms, if the value of your home is $500,000 and you've paid some off and you owe a remaining $300,000 of your mortgage, your equity is $200,000. I like to compare equity to fractional shares, though this example doesn't include interest rates. If you're buying fractions of a whole share, you obviously don't own the whole, but you keep building how many fractions you own over time, and almost without failure, stocks and homes appreciate over time. As the asset appreciates, this ultimately brings more money to your equity worth. Homes appreciate an average of about 3% every year into this market. Assuming you stay in the home long enough, when the time does come to sell, you'll be getting such an incredible return on investment that you'll be getting back almost every dollar you spent on the home, plus some. Time in the market beats time in the market. Typically, you aim to pay this off over a 30-year mortgage. You can sell at any time, but the quicker you sell it off, the less equity you'll have in the home. Compare this to if you stayed for 10 or even 30 years. It's important to remember that equity is not a liquid asset, and it's not a short-term investment. It's more like a long-term savings account, and it's one of the best strategies for building wealth. So, start building ownership instead of throwing money away through rent. And imagine if you invested in multiple properties throughout the years.
Last but not least, the showdown of the century, renting versus owning. Whether to rent or to buy is a major decision, and we want to make sure that you're making the right one. It doesn't affect how much money you have left at the end of each month. It affects your lifestyle and the size of your savings you accumulate over your lifetime. First, let's talk about renting. Renting offers flexibility and a predictable monthly expense and someone to handle your repairs. As a renter though, you face unpredictable rent increases every time your lease is up. Generally the rent goes up 5% year over year. Remember that you're essentially paying off your landlord's mortgage each month rather than saving your money. Granted, if you're only staying in the place for a couple of years, it can be nice, but you'll be behind on building that wealth through equity. Now let's talk about home ownership. Home ownership brings intangible benefits, such as a sense of stability, pride of ownership, and a sense of belonging to a community. As Ryan explained, buying a home and building equity is one of the best long-term investments you can make. If you're paying your own mortgage or you have tenants paying it, you're building an appreciating asset, meaning when the time comes to sell, you'll have a return on investment resulting in money in your pocket, unlike renting. Your home will essentially be like a giant savings account that you live in. You can also use this money spent from your mortgage to finance your next big investment. Which one is better, you might ask? They're both great choices, but down the road, you'll have a much higher return on investment from owning.
One more incredibly important thing to remember when you do beginning looking for your home: location, location, location. It's so much more than a cliche saying. The better the location, the higher the demand will always be for this home. This helps you as homes appreciate quicker as the demand is so constantly high. For example, coastal cities, single-story homes, homes with a view, and revitalized cities. And if you manage to buy one that matches all that criteria, you're in for a treat.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope this helped you in one way or another. We will continue to make videos diving deeper into the nuances of real estate. But we wanted to build this foundation, especially for our young friends or recent college graduates who are curious about the real estate world and the steps they need to be taking. If you have a question or want us to answer any in our next video, please give us a call, email us, DM us. Thank you.
Thank you.